So we are in the Bahamas. We're continuing our socialization, desensitization training, because if their nose is following a scent, they're not following your lead. Your dog's gonna actually believe that most people in a gang-infested neighborhood every day, they smell so much better than us that it's immeasurable almost. No pullings allowed. So we are in the Bahamas, and my name is Devlin Stubbs from Stubbsdale Dog Care Center, and we're in collaboration with Einhorn Soot. And as you know, this is Shadow, and we're continuing our socialization, desensitization training, and we're walking in the community and exposing Shadow to different signs and sights, so we can continue to grow as we become socialized or better socialized for the real world. Ready? When you're on a control walk, ideally, you don't want your dog randomly looking off and pulling and trying to use their nose to follow a scent. Reason being, because if their nose is following a scent, they're not following your lead. Now, you're going to go on a casual walk at some time. You're going to go on a casual walk at some time, but that casual walk is going to be a moment in your entire walk. So at some point, I'm going to reach to a spot, and I'm going to allow my dog to sniff, smell, pee, poop, have a little bit of relaxed time. But for the most part on this walk, we're burning energy, and that head is up. Or at least that's the goal. Let's go. Here. Shadow, right here, Shadow. Now, it's very important when you're training, if you can get your dog accustomed to a routine, whether that's the same walk every day, it helps them to get desensitized and map the world out, right? Like even humans, when we travel, we usually travel the same places, and that's how we begin to learn a new place. And then we add on a little bit of extra places so that we begin to grow. So same thing with our dogs. Allow that walk to be a consistent place so you can actually see the improvement. Hugh, Shadow. Hey. Now I'm using positive reinforcement and leash pressure to help Shadow keep her head up. There we go. Shadow, good sit. Good job. You. Hey. Right here. Right here. Hey. Good sit. Good sit. Yes. Now you're going to notice that your dog responds differently on grass compared to, sidewalk or the turf or gravel or, where the cars are driving. So, or asphalt, right? And so when you're on grass, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to keep your dog head up because there's a lot more exciting scents in the grass. But the lesson doesn't change. Shadow, heel. So like I said, you're going to use that positive reinforcement or luring or reward to keep your dog's head up as best as you can. And of course, as your dog grows, you're moving that reward a little bit higher, but you're expecting, which is called fading the lure, by the way, but you're expecting good results. Now, some of the biggest distractions, Shadow sit, are other dogs in the community. Now, if you find that you're in a community where there's tons of dogs barking at your dog, but you want your dog to learn to be socialized, there's a disconnect. Your dog's going to actually believe that most people or most dogs are aggressive and they need to be territorial. Why? Because every time you pass someone's yard, you got a dog that's growling or barking at them, and their natural instincts to be predatory or defensive kicks in, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to find a route where there are not many argumentative, growling, barking dogs, so that your route is nice and peaceful, all right? The analogy I like to liken this to is, imagine if your kid was walking in a gang-infested neighborhood every day, but you're trying to tell the kid, listen, it's all good. There's nothing to worry about. No one's going to do you anything. Your kid's going to say, hey, I don't believe you. You know what I mean? Every time I walk home, people are trying to take my money, All right, so similar analogy with your dog. If you're walking in the neighborhood and your dog sees a lot of potential threats, it's kind of hard to convince your dog that dogs are super good and friendly. All right, good. Shadow, heel. Right here, shadow. Yes. Hey, hey, heads up. Now we just went past someone's garbage bin just now. So the scent got real intense, I imagine, for Shadow. You know, did you know that our dogs, they can smell, like if we can smell have 20 to 30, 100 scent particles, dogs are in the millions, like 20, 30 million, or excuse me, 200 million or so. Like, listen, that's like 30 to 200 million. So they smell so much better than us that it's immeasurable almost. Okay, heads up. Shadow. Yes. Good. Now you remember routine number 2, which is watch me. So we're using this reward. Shadow. Watch me. Hello. Yes. Shadow. Hey. Up here. Good sit. Yes. You got to work for it. Your dog's not just going to give you attention with a lot of distractions. So you got to practice that over and over again to help your dog learn to process everything that's happening around them. So let's watch that again. Yes, good job. Watch me. Shadow, watch me. All right, good job. All right, you notice Shadow was super distracted when all the cars were driving past. And as soon as it got a little bit more calmer, I was able to get a good watch me. So that's why you got to practice it over and over again in different scenarios. Shadow. Okay, heads up. Hey, relax. Relax. It's another garbage. Got the head up this time. Yes. It's a nice car. Now here's something that's super important. If your dog is too distracted and they're ignoring your reward, you're not trying to shove it in their face to demand that they take it. That's not how rewards work, you know what I mean? You gotta wait until your dog mind relaxes and they're a little more able to process what's happening. Yes, good job. Now once you got that focus, that's when you keep walking. And that's how your luring works really good. Yes. Notice that I'm getting constant focus while I'm walking. Good job. And once you got that, then you can go back to walking regularly. All right, remember I promised you that we'd go for a casual walk at some point? So let's do that. Let's go. Now when we're on casual, the command is now let's go. By the way, I didn't say this before, but the command that we've been using for our control walk is heel. Now a lot of times people tell me, I thought heel meant sit by my heel. Well, it's an association. So when you want your dog to sit, you're probably just going to say sit, wherever they're at. But if you say heel, that means be at my heel, whether I'm walking or if I'm stationary, right? So heel means heel. Control walk, heel. Let's go means go casual. You can hang out, sniff, enjoy the world around you. Your dog can hang out at the end of the leash. They can pee, poop, sniff. But what you're not going to let them do is pull you. The same thing we're doing with the control walk, by the way. No pullings allowed. So let's go back to the control walk for a second. Shadow, heel. I'm tapping the leash with a little bit of leash pressure, right? That's called negative reinforcement, right? Negative reinforcement is leash pressure to encourage my dog and guide them through. Positive reinforcement, of course, is the reward, right? Negative correction or negative punishment is turning away from my dog so that they don't get the option of me rewarding them, because I'm saying, I'm looking this way, I'm not focused on you. Whatever it is you're doing, you need to stop that. But when you behave the way I want, I might turn around and go back to the top. Yes, good job, and give you a reward.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.